There have been no working speed cameras in the Johannesburg Metro for almost a year now. This means that motorists who have exceeded the speed limit have not been captured on camera. Joining me now is the Johannesburg Metro Police Department spokesperson, Xolani Fihla. Mr. Fihla, good morning to you. The speedsters, those who have a need for speed, it must have been a fun time for them. Explain what is going on.
Thank you, and good morning to you, Oli, and to the viewers. Yes, now we can confirm that the city of Johannesburg currently doesn't have any speed cameras which are operating, and this is due to not having a service provider. The contract with the previous service provider ended on the 31st of May last year, but I can say that currently the speed contract is being evaluated, and hopefully it will be finalized soon so that we can enforce the speed laws in the city of Johannesburg.
So how much revenue has the city lost as a result of not catching these speedsters, which then also directly affects the revenue collection?
Definitely. I can say that the city is losing millions of rands from revenue which is collected from speed fines. When we calculated before the contract with the previous service provider ended, it used to be close to, it's approximately 3 million rands of speed fines which were collected through the revenue. So it is a big loss, but it's also important to note that even though there are revenue gains, or in this case losses, due to not having speed enforcement in the city of Johannesburg, the purpose of speed prosecution is to reduce fatal and serious accidents on the road by correcting lawlessness by motorists who disregard the laws, and in turn it improves driver compliance, because we know that driver behaviors such as reckless and negligent driving and driving under the influence of alcohol are and speeding is one of the major causes of fatal and serious accidents on the roads. So besides revenue losses, it's also a big concern when it comes to road safety in the city of Johannesburg.
Let's talk about the previous service provider. Talk to us about that contract. Was it terminated, or did it come to its natural end? And if so, why has it not been renewed?
The contract did come to a natural end, as you say, Koli, and the renewing of the contract has had its ups and downs. We know that administrations changed within that period, so I think there was a lag there. But besides that administration, a lag that we had, it has affected on the operational side. As I said, that it does affect on road safety, and it also affects on the revenue within the city.
Who was this previous service provider, sir?
The previous service provider was Centel.
All right. And again, I ask, what is the reason for not getting that same service provider to do this job? Is there something particularly wrong, or is it a case of trying to find someone new?
It's the contract has been operating on an administration level, and as we are operating on an operational level, so to be precise on what happened between the 31st of May and now, I can't precisely tell you, but what I can tell you is that the current contract is being evaluated, so there is a possibility that the previous service provider can return to provide services for the city of Johannesburg.
All right, final question to you. There's a line in your statement that you issued, I think it was yesterday, if not the day before, where you say that faulty speed cameras have cost the city roughly 3 million rand a month since the end of May last year. Is this kind of situation expected to continue, therefore? How much longer is a new service provider expected to come on board?
Okay, I can say it's not necessarily faulty speed cameras. It's just that we haven't been processing speed fines or enforcing the speed limit. And approximately it's 3 million rands that's been lost through not generating revenue by that. And with the contract and the contractual obligations, with what we've received is that the contract might be finalized either by the end of June or the beginning of July.
Xolani Fihla is the Johannesburg Metro Police Department spokesperson. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.